Okay, here's the assembly part of yesterday's video, or today's actually. I got my multi-language Kohler specification book out. This is the instruction manual, which is not much to it. I don't think I'll have to use that. And there it is, still on the deck, on the crate it was put on. I just took these bolts off. And to get my wrenches and sockets and everything set up here. And I think over here I got my old Nikon. I'm going to do just let the time-lapse camera run while I'm assembling this. I'm off to a really late start on this. Had a lot of other things to do. It's pouring rain. So here we go. I'm going to get to it. I'm going to shut this off and turn on time-lapse. Okay, here's something I noticed right off the bat. These bolts have lock washers on them. They go into this plastic, they call it leather. Obviously it's not leather. There's no way to torque these down, so I'm going to take them all out and Loctite them. These are under the machine. They'll be very difficult to get to. I know they're going to come loose, so out comes the Loctite. Alright, I'll be back. That's the first thing right off the bat I noticed. Okay, I just Loctited these bolts. These have lock nuts on them. Let's put some waterproof grease on both axles. Now I'm going to slide the wheels on. These wheels have no bearings in them. And then we're going to go put this under the machine. I'll be back. Okay, I got the axles, the wheels on the axles. They're all greased up. Now I'm going to go put them under the frame. Got the Mecum motorcycle antique auction going on in the background. Alright, I'll be back. Okay, here's a little trick I'm doing. I got to keep these bolts up. Put a small pair of vice grips on each side. I got to lift this up, drag it over the axle, drop it down, get these bolts through the holes, and I'm doing this by myself, so I'm used to it. You get creative. All right, I'll be back. All right, there she is. Axle's on. Got it up on the jack stand, kickstand. Crate's gone. Now the lower handle is next. All right, I'll be back. Okay, I'm going to show you something that I did hear from a lot of people that did reviews on these and have been using them. And I have to agree, this is probably the dumbest thing I've ever seen. This is the throttle. These bolts over here are where the throttle is supposed to go. Now watch. I'm trying to bend it. It's way down here. Look at the cable over here, completely bent. And yes, indeed, it is right in the way of the pull cord. All right. My hat's off to whoever thought that was a good idea. Send me some whatever you're smoking, because that's good shit. All right, I'm going to have to figure out an alternative location. That's not going to work for me. That's just stupid. I'm going to try to mount it on the top handle. Plenty of room for this to bend. That's where it should be. Alright, that's my 2 cents on that. That's definitely not going there. That's just hard to believe. Alright, I'll be back. Okay, here's my little modification. Call me crazy, but this works for me. I just moved this throttle control up here on the second set of bars here where it should be. Took one little washer, put it on each side of the nut. just reuse the same bolts it came with. Now the throttle works. And according to the engine, the little bunny is this way, and the turtle is that way. So even this labeling is incorrect. Not that that's a big deal, I'm just pointing it out. And right here, I think is about as low as I would ever want to take these handlebars for my height. And you could take them down here if you wanted to. You'd be putting a little bend in the handlebar, in the cable. I can't imagine why you'd want it this low. It would be useless for me anyway. So there you go. It's just that easy to fix. This little rubber here for the tension handle, I'm going to put some silicone on because it's already fallen off twice and it hasn't even done anything. So that's, you're going to lose that immediately. Alright, that's the fix for the throttle. No big deal. Drill 2 holes, move it up top. It gets this out of the way, and now you can pull your post out. That was directly in front of this handle before. That was pretty hard to believe, I got to be honest. So everybody that said that was pretty stupid, they were completely correct. All right, I'm moving on. I'm about an hour and 15 minutes so far. The tow bar I don't need to stick on. Now I'm going to check all the other bolts that were put on from the factory. I'm going to check the teeth, make sure they're good and tight. Those should be at least 50 pounds minimum, I should think. And there's no specs on them. And then it's time to put some oil in it and some gasoline. Check for spark. I heard that's another problem, that these ignition switches are backwards. So that's an easy fix if that is the case. And that's it. All right, I'll be back. So far, the build quality for this price point of this machine is definitely not bad. Definitely not bad. More than I expected. That was a very minor little thing to fix, and now it's fixed. All right. Maybe somebody can use that little tip when they get one. There's plenty of room to do it right there. All right, I'll be back. Okay, I hope you can hear me over the rain. I'm going to pull the pulley cover off for the very first time. See how good a job they did assembling that. Seeing if the belts are tight and aligned. So here we go. First time, all I did was take the bolts off. I have never seen it yet myself. So here we go. That's pretty hefty looking setup. Perfect. Perfect as you want to get. Very nice. All right, cool. All right, that passed that test. Pretty beefy. All right, I'm going to put that back together. Move to the front of the machine. I'm going to check the pillow blocks, make sure these are tight. Then I'm going to check the torque on the teeth attached to the cutting wheel. Grease the bearings. Lock the bolts down for the engine because that's where it wants to be. Then I got to put oil, gasoline in it. And then it's time to test fire it. 1.5 hours so far. All right, I'll be back. Pretty impressive. It's a nice setup. Okay, some of these bolts on these teeth, I got my torque wrench set at 40 pounds, which is a good area to be in. Some were at 40 pounds. More than half, I put a turn and a half on, some up to 3 turns. They weren't even at 10 foot-pounds of torque. So definitely check the bolts that hold the teeth to the wheel. I set these socket cap nuts on the pillow blocks to 40 pounds because I'm guessing they were also set at about maybe 10 pounds or less. They were like basically loose sitting on here. So I redid those. So far, that's the only area I found loose equipment, but that's very important. That's 50 pounds of wheel spinning right there with the teeth. And they were, like I said, this one might have been 40 pounds, or that one might have been 10 pounds. So definitely check your teeth. Okay, it's time to move on to oil and gas. I'll be back. Okay, I thought I'd give you a peek. Well, I got it up on, rested on the handle. That's what it looks like underneath. All right, I'm ready to put it down and put some oil and gas in it. Okay, here's another little tip. This is the end of the handle where you adjust the height of the handlebars, or whatever you want to call them. And this is, I think it's Permatex brand, black silicone adhesive sealant. Has to have adhesive sealant or it's not going to work. Just take a little bit of this, squirt some inside, rub it around the handle, stick it on. It will never come off again unless you cut it off. All right, that's my tip of the night for free. Okay, here goes the first test run. I have not even pulled the cord. "60 degrees, 17 Celsius. I'm going to pull the cord for the first time. I got the choke on, I got the key on, I got the gas on. Let's see what happens. Set it at about half throttle. Jack stand is good. Teeth are off the ground. Adjusted the throttle. Choke is on, key is on. Believe that? One pull. Almost everybody said it starts on the first pull, and there it goes. Fantastic. Alright, so other than messing with the throttle, which I think turned out quite well, and tightening up the cutter wheel bolts, the pillow block bolts, the engine bolts, pretty much all the bolts were loose. That engine's a home run. One light pull, man. I didn't even tug on it. Woohoo! Alright, I'm excited. Alright, that's it. She's up and running. Look at that wheel spin, man. That's direct drive. Alright, thanks for watching. I hope this helps somebody. I used 10W30 Rotilla diesel oil is what I put in it. And it's running on ethanol-free gasoline right now. Alright, thanks for watching. I'm over and out. I'm done. Happy hour. Bevy time.